Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on Valheim. I know I've done my little first tutorial video, but since then I have joined a small clan of Viking brothers, and this is basically what I've uncovered so far, and I'm just going to show you in this video about getting ores, different types of ores, copper, tin, to build your second sets of armors and third sets. As I currently have now, I have iron, but I didn't get this myself. I helped a friend in the server get it, and then he made it. Well, we made it together, but I couldn't do it on my own, just because I don't really like the bronze armor. It was really weighing me down, and I'm used to running around with my troll armor because it was stealthy, and I like stealth. If you didn't know that, in like other games, I prefer to be the stealthy person rather than the running charge full beam blowing them up. But yeah, in this video I'm just going to show you the little what you need to get copper, not copper, bronze, sorry, bronze, iron and silver. Obviously as you progress you should know this by now if you have been playing the game, that the game is incredibly difficult if you don't like gear yourself properly for these sorts of like gathering sessions, if you will. But yeah, without further ado, I will show you exactly how I get copper and how I get tin and iron. Okay, so first things first, when you find a copper deposit or a tin deposit, tin deposits are incredibly easy to find. All you got to do is go to the Black Forest and look on the shore, and they will be littered along the shoreline, and you will get tons of tin. Copper, on the other hand, is relatively difficult to find, to actually gather, and it's the numbers are actually really different. They're not all the same. Like you'll get like 1 copper if you take out some. It's really varied. Like tin, you'll get about 4 or 5 each node, but the copper, like with every break, you'll probably get about 1 or 2, if that. But when you find the copper deposits, you're going to want to mark them out just like this, because you're never going to be able to get all the copper from one island in one go. And I haven't got a cart here with me. It's at the main base, which is there. I came here via the boat, which is there, because you can't portal with ores on you, or sheets like the bronze sheets and the iron sheets and stuff. You can't portal with them, so you're gonna have to either. My friend Rag has developed some sort of little trick that you can do, which is basically log in, log out, but change where your character goes when you log back in, and you log back in with all your stuff again. But it's quite long-winded if you don't do it that way. I'd prefer just to, I'm only here to there, and there's the docks and there's the home, so I'd rather just say it, and it takes like seconds. But what you're going to want to do for the copper especially is mark out the nodes, and when you've done a node, just put a cross on it, like, or delete it off. And I didn't mean to actually delete that off, because that's not that's not one that I've done. But yeah, and then the tin, you don't need to mark the tin because tin is littered everywhere. Iron, on the other hand, you're going to have to beat the second boss, which is the Elder, and go to a swamp biome, and the swamps are incredibly difficult. I would not go there suggesting you could win and take everything on, because it's not going to happen. You get poisoned, you'll get draggers after you, blobs, oozes, wraiths, all sorts of stuff. And in the Black Forest you get these, which are the grey dwarfs, the shamans and the brutes, and also trolls, which are incredibly difficult if you are not prepared. I still struggle with trolls now, and I've got iron armour on. I'm talking of brutes, there's one right there. Don't know how he got in, but yeah. Considering I have a boundary on it. I don't want that. I need to eat that. Don't want that. I don't want that. I'm just going to run to a node now, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Right, so this here is a copper deposit. As you can see, there's copper, and they also shimmer. So they're quite easy to discover between the normal stone and a copper. And I'll just, like, I mined this one last night, but I had no time to take it all. My pickaxe broke. And you can only get 30 at a time, and it does weigh you down a bit. That's why I suggest getting a car. But as you mine these, I'll show you what I mean about how odd it is. So I just broke that and only got one copper ore from that. I should really not have come out here at night time. So now I got 2 from 2 different break points, and it is really a mixed match bag, if you will. I think it also depends on how many people are actually on your server at the same time. Like if there's a full 10, you're not going to get as much. Or I just got 3 from that. So it's just so varied all the time. And it's different to the tin. And iron, that's even worse to get. Like you have to get muddy scrap piles from that, and that's not guaranteed either. So the worst things you want to watch out for, and I would not suggest you go out during the night time, is trolls and skeletons, and obviously them brutes as well, because the brutes do massive amounts of damage, especially if you're not prepared for it. The trolls on the other hand can sneak up to you as well, regardless of their size, because they do blend in quite well, which is like extremely non-factual, if you will. I don't remember them actually thumping, but by the time you realise that thumping's not you mining and it's them running at you, it's already too late. Right, so that's all of the node done pretty much. You get like little bits of scrap bits like here and there, but then you want to get every possible bit of the node up as you can. And also, for those who didn't know, I would suggest you dig down as well, because you'll find copper further down. So if you just hit the floor with your pickaxe, you'll uncover more copper. So there's copper there, copper there. If I should just hit this bit down here, you can find more copper deposits buried underneath. So don't always think that you've done all the copper. Like, so like there's copper there, and it just looked like normal stone. So always try and dig down a little bit further. I know I didn't really get anything from that, but it's worth giving it a go, because especially at the beginning when you need as much copper and tin as you can. I've also got a bronze pickaxe as well. For the pickaxe you're going to need to beat the first boss, and it gives you hard antlers, so you'll make the first like antler pickaxe. So like now I've got 19 and I've got nothing else in my inventory, and I'm only full up already. Right, so that's about the node done. I'm not going to mine anymore because I'm actually running out of space, running out of weight limit. I'm just going to go show you the tin, and I'll show you like, and then you can band them together using the forge. And if you don't know how to use the forge, then you need to get 5 circling cores, which are actually from these dungeons, the burial chambers, and like, obviously they're different as well, because you won't always get a load, you might not even get any. But that's how you get the circling cores. And also if you go to near the ash, I think it's the ashlands, you get them from circlings, which are the enemies that they spawn from. Right, so where's the copper? There's the copper. There's the tin, sorry. So if I break this, I'll probably get about 3 or 4 just from this tiny little node here. So I've got 2 there, there's 1 there. There's 4 there, so yeah, I was quite spot on. So there's 4 there. I don't need the tin, but I'll take it anyway because I'll just show you how to make the bronze. So first of all, you want to make your charcoal kiln and your smelter. They take 5 circling cores each, and then stone as well. So there's 10 overall, and then you're going to want to build them and put wood in them to make the coal. And then once you get the coal, you put the coal in the smelter, and then on the other side you put the material. So I'm going to put hold on, let me just do that and then throw the other 2 stacks, just so I don't. I'm going to put 2 in there, so 1 bronze sheet should come out and 1 tin sheet should come out. I don't need this tin, I'm just going to put it in the thing. But as they just fall out on their own, and then you can just put them back in there after. You're going to need a lot of coal, charcoal as well. I think it's actually just coal, not charcoal. But yeah, you're going to need quite a bit to get like stacks of 10 at a time. So circling cores are these little things right here, with square cubes. Basically, you get them from the burial chambers. If you go further into them, they're just basically the red glowing blob things. Right, so here we have a copper sheet, and they look like that when they come out. So they just look like little ingots. And then pick that up. Doesn't have a timer either, so they just come out when they come out. Sometimes best just sleep, and then they'll come out. But I'm just going to go show you how the forge works. Forge also needs copper to make. You repair your bronze items from the forge, and then you just get these bronze plates, and then all the bronze gear that you can get. So when you want to make something, you just... Where's the bronze? You need two bronze to one sheet to make the two copper to one sheet of tin to make this bronze, and then you can make them by the 5. But once you get the bronze, you can make whatever you like then. So like this is 5 bronze and 2 deer hides, 5 bronze and 2 deer hides. The nails are for the boat, cultivator to make crops and stuff grow. So yeah, there's an abundance of things to make with the bronze. It's just very difficult to get, and obviously I showed you the tin on the island. Like there is loads along the shore there, but I'm not going to go over there and show you. And also, if you ever find a swamp on the map, I would not suggest going there until you get at least a full kit of bronze star plus, 4-star plus. And these areas here are the swamps. So I came here yesterday with Rag to get the iron, and it's only because I had him there to protect me. Otherwise, I would never have made it. And I actually, he'd even died like twice or 3 times then. That's when he asked me to help. But yeah, this is the swamp. So when you get to the swamp biomes, you're going to find the crypt. They're called sunken crypts, and they've got green. What are they called? Green lights basically outside the crypt. So you're going to know exactly what they are. But I would suggest not going in there until you get a full set of bronze 4-star plus gear. But yeah, and then the silver and stuff like that is very end game. Very, very, very in game items, and you get them from bone mass. You get his wishbone, and then you go to the mountain ranges, and I've put the mountain ranges are where the wolves and stuff are, and the wolves are incredibly strong. I tamed a wolf yesterday with Rag, and we've got him in the pen at the moment, and we're going to start breeding him, but I would not go nowhere near the mountain, nowhere near, until very, very late game. I wouldn't even go in there now, because you get you freeze and it just take health off. There's dragons in the mountains, werewolves in the mountains, and then obviously the 4th boss is in the mountains, and I would not want to go there. Me and Rag have not gone nowhere near the mountains yet. We just ran into the edge to get a wolf and tamed the wolf yesterday, but that's about it. And there's another mountain range there, and there's also a mountain range just over there that I only ran into, which is here. But yeah, the mountain is where you get the silver, but you need a wishbone for the silver because it's buried underneath the ground, and you can't find it without the silver because it will the wishbone will tell you where the silver is. It will bleep and stuff. But that is very late game armor, and I would not even bother trying that yet. So what you want to do is go and get copper and tin from the Black Forest, mark out the copper deposits like I have here. And these are only some. I haven't even explored all of it yet. There's probably loads there. So I've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 nodes of copper just alone in that little section of forest. There's loads. There's copper down here I haven't marked though. Copper up here, which is the Black Forest, which is along here. We've got more. There's Black Forest there. The Black Forest is the easiest, well, the second easiest biome, which is like second to the meadows. Second to the meadows. And I would not suggest taking it easy in there, especially if there is a load of grey dwarves and they come running at you at the same time. It can be very, very difficult to kill them, and you will get squished quite easily. I wouldn't worry if you die too many times. You can always run back and grab your gear, especially if a troll just like squashes you. And I would suggest building like a little outpost somewhere near the Black Forest if you are going to gather copper, just because you can sleep, and if you do die you'll just spawn right next to it. And if you can build a portal, we've got a portal inside, which is this, so that goes back home. So if you go near it, it should just fire up. Maybe someone's deleted the tag. But yeah, it normally fires up, and then you can run through, but you can't go through with copper or any sort of ores, so just bear that in mind. That's why I brought the ship, and that is the second ship, which is the Cove, which has 4 slots, so you can get 4 slots of 30 copper, or 2 lots of 30 copper and 2 lots of 30 tin, which is 60 overall. But yeah, the game is amazing. You just got to learn that you can't run in and kill whenever you feel like it, because you will end up dying. And yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna give you some more tutorials, or not tutorials, little hints and tips soon, and I'll show you maybe in the next video exactly how I recaptured the wolf. You have to build a pen and run it in, and then make sure that the pen does not break and don't get the wolf does not aggro to you, because it will just break down the wall. But yeah, that's going to be next video, and I hope you enjoy this one. I hope it's helpful. And I'm also going to try out a little trick as well to see if it works about ooze bombs, but that will be in the next video too. And that might make mining a bit easier, but I don't know if it will work. But yeah, that'll be in the next video. But I hope this is helpful to you. I don't want to make too long of a video, because tutorials shouldn't be that long, because you're going to be wanting to watch and play at the same time. But yeah, if you do like the video and it's helpful to you, please just make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you can, and that would be very helpful to me. It just makes me know that you do enjoy these little videos. But yeah, without further ado, I guess I will see you later. Bye bye.